Hello, 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 it's coffee time. Hey, that means it's the news. It's another week. We're doing another week. Can you believe it? What have we got? I'm on the Daily Mail website, so you don't have to go there. What is happening? Nobody knows. But it's got a bit weird. There've been a few. Do you remember there was talking about Chinese weather balloons or something? Well, it's kind of escalated now to UFOs, right? The USA have said that UFOs have routinely operated over restricted US airspace, but the US have no idea what they are. And the Pentagon have refused to rule out that 3 objects shot down over the weekend are aliens. Oh boy, who had alien invasion on their 2023 bingo card? Did you have alien invasion? I didn't. But yeah, this is Marco Rubio, who's a Republican, tweeted, the last 72 hours revealed to the public what has been happening for years. Unidentified aircraft routinely operating over US restricted airspace. This is why I pushed to take this seriously and created a permanent UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena, equivalent to UFOs, task force 2 years ago. And here is Senator Rubio looking, I don't know, the aliens are coming. I don't know, are they aliens or is it just the Chinese with their weather balloons? But yeah, there's this is a detailed map of where these UFOs have been sighted and shot down. And there was one over Canadian airspace as well. I know there was something in South America heading over that way. So yeah, the aliens are coming. Meanwhile, back to politics. Should we do politics? Labour have been slamming lavish spending for the Conservatives. Lavish it is. Deputy Leader Angela Rayner said an analysis of the use of government procurement cards, GPCs, has revealed a scandalous catalogue of waste. One episode when Rishi Sunak and 11 officials attended the G20 event in Venice in July 2021, the Treasury ran up £3,217 costs at the 5-star Hotel Danieli and £1,361 at the 4-star Hotel Bonifaciucci. I mangled that one. What would they expect him to do? Get Airbnb? Stop making me defend the Tories. I'm sure Angela Rayner isn't innocent herself. Let me have a look. I'm sure there's something out there. If I can't, Twitter's usually good for this kind of stuff, isn't it? Let me have a look. Oh, here you go. Guido Fawkes posted that Angela Rayner, she stayed at a 2-star hotel and spent £348. There you go. So it cuts both ways. So they're all doing it. That's the thing. They're all doing it. But bad Rishi. He's a bad boy. But yeah, Dishy Rishi has announced that RAF Typhoon jets are ready to shoot down any spy balloons at a moment's notice, as he vows to do whatever it takes to keep Britain safe. But what if they're UFOs? They could be UFOs. What if it's the aliens are coming? What if it's the aliens? Just do you really think the aliens are coming? I don't know. See now because my reading list isn't updating via syncing, I'm going to have to go to my iPad because I've got all the good stories on here, and I've got to do this just to get the stories up here. This is right. But talking of Tories, Matt Hancock, hooray! Do you remember he fell in love during the pandemic? Anne's face asked, remember that? Well, apparently he's a massive sensation on TikTok now. Do you remember we had him ironing his shirt? Do you remember the video of him ironing his shirt? There we go. There you go. He's ironing a shirt, everyone. As the missus says, where did he get that iron from? The 1980s wants the iron back. He's saving money. He's not like that terrible spender Rishi. But yeah, he's gained more than 180,000 followers on the TikTok platform. Half of them under the age of 24, and most of them are women. Yeah, they love a bit of Hancock, and who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Here you go. Let's look at him with his shirt on. Look, freshly ironed. Who wouldn't want to sample the Hancock? I mean, look, he's gorgeous. Maybe I should get a TikTok. Oh dear. Hey, I've seen our new house. This is a new build estate. The Marches estate in Wolverhampton. It's the estate itself has been valued at £34 million, and you can buy 3 and 4 bedroom houses for as little as £1 using a pioneering Help to Buy scheme. Let's have a look. Oh, there you go. Looks nice, doesn't it? Mind you, we'd soon mess it up. There we go. Get the car in. We'd soon mess it up, wouldn't we? Oh, looks very smart. Bit functional, bit boxy, aren't they? Bit boxy, those ones. Is there anything in? Can we sit? Oh, wait a minute. This is what it looks like at the moment. It's under construction. But £1. £1. Yeah, 86 people have successfully applied for the Help to Own scheme in Wensfield, and this is Aaron Parsons and Tim Perry. They are among the first people to take this up. There you go. So it's aimed at helping key workers to get on the property ladder. It's all right, isn't it? It's all right. The only problem is you've got to live in Wolverhampton. That's the only snag, isn't it, really? That's everybody in Wolverhampton turning off. We've got any good ones here? No. Here we go. Let's go to an elite dating coach. This is Monica. Well, she classed herself as Monica Elite Dating Coach. Here she is. But she's got tips. What kind of tips? Tips. 3 things elegant women never do in a relationship. Right? Right, we've got them here. And the first one, sending nudes. Staying in unidentified relationships, not unidentified flying objects, unidentified relationships, or going with the flow. Okay. And 3, dating men that are telling you in every way that you are not the one for them. See, yeah, those are the tips. Okay, I don't think they're very good. I think the sending nudes tips is a good tip for anyone, because we live in a digital domain now. Send them a Polaroid instead. Who remembers Polaroids? Blimey. I don't know. I think she needs to work on it a bit. She needs to work on it, you know. Meanwhile, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, and I'm sure the missus has bought me something absolutely lovely for Valentine's Day. But Mika Meyer, founder of the Beaumont Etiquette organisation, she's an etiquette expert, obviously, otherwise she wouldn't work for them, has revealed the food and drinks you should never serve on Valentine's Day if you want to keep the romance alive. The first one, don't serve canned fish. Or horseradish. I quite like horseradish, but horseradish and canned fish, no, that's not good. Never have asparagus, because it makes your pee smell of asparagus. But what? Unless you're doing the whole golden showers thing, it's not a problem, is it? She says avoid aphrodisiacs altogether, and that includes oysters, which is a bit like swallowing, was it salty cold snot? But they reckon do have chocolate, dark chocolate. Yeah, so that's all right, isn't it? Oh, and ditch beans and spicy foods because of, oh, here we go. Because we talked about that the other day, about that woman who hadn't farted in front of her husband for 9 years. That's some talent. She waits for him to leave the house and then opens the windows. What else have we got here? Oh, it's the return of the Japanese knotweed. This is a landmark case, a story of engineer Mark Davis. Here he is. I think he's looking happy because he's celebrating. And why is he celebrating? Because he has successfully... Oh no, that is the wrong picture. That is the right picture. Sorry, my browser's gone woobry. Mark Davis sued Bridgend County Council in South Wales after the weed got into his land and into his garden. Yeah, it came from a disused railway line, and yeah, he hired the services of Tom Carr, who's a knotweed specialist. Imagine putting that on your CV. I'm a knotweed specialist. And yeah, the Court of Appeal said the ruling was important for those affected by the plant. It says it confirms that the homeowner who suffers a loss in the value of the home from the stigma left by Japanese knotweed, even after it's been treated, can recover damages for their loss. And we have a picture here of how it got onto his land from an abandoned railway line over the land onto his property. So yeah, that's good news. That's good news, because it can be problematic. He was awarded £4,900, but the case will cost the council in the region of £300,000 in lawyers' bills, and could affect thousands of other homeowners who've been invaded by the knotweed. So yeah. Yeah, he bought the property in 2004 and didn't realise that the knotweed was growing on the neighbouring land. So good news for everyone there. Also, have we got there's more about the UFOs. They've done more. There was a good Super Bowl advert, because there's a lot of there was a Super Bowl thing. I don't know what that is. I think it's some sort of really high-tech toilet, isn't it? Super Bowl. But during the Super Bowl, they have adverts, and they had an advert featuring Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, where he's working at Dunkin' Donuts and she's not happy with it. You see, they're playing on that supposed friction in their relationship. I think it's very funny. I like that, because they get on. They're just playing up. They're playing up to it. Meanwhile, we'll do serious news. There's back to the Syria-Turkey earthquake, and they reckon it's over 31,000 have been killed in. It's getting worse. It's just getting worse, and I don't think there's any end of it. But the UK appeal for the earthquake survivors in Turkey and Syria has raised £60 million in 72 hours. That's via the fund. That's Disasters Emergency Committee, and I know that Rishi Sunak was going to match some money to that fund as well. So again, generosity of the British public knows no bounds when it comes to disasters like this, and it is truly awful. Again, day after day you see more people being brought out, but there have been some survivors, that have been there and been pulled out even after this time. It's a miracle. Meanwhile, the Brit Awards were at the weekend, and it was the first Brit Awards I actively didn't watch. I've missed one in the past, I think, but I always used to watch it. But the highlight is it was Sam Smith. He's trying to channel Bowie, isn't he? But again, you should never do that, because the internet and the British public are funnier than you, Mr. Smith. Blaine said, they said, this is when I fart in my wetsuit. And this is a good comparison. You see, you've got to be so careful. Now people have got Twitter, you've got to be so careful, because they're going to meme you till it hurts. Oh yeah, they're going to meme you good. And then, quite an obvious one. And someone just went all out on this one. They just... Oh dear, you got to be so careful. You got to be so careful. And this one got very good. He was hiding Philip and Holly. Look, he was hiding them in his trousers, because they're queue jumpers. You see, queue jumpers. And there you go. They've turned them into balloons there. Oh dear, it was meme-tastic, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. A lot. That was fun. Meanwhile, this is we've already mentioned that tomorrow is Valentine's Day, but this is the story of Georgia Welch. She was born in February, right? Here she is with her mum. It was last year, February the 22nd last year, right? But what's remarkable about Georgia is she has a perfect heart birthmark on her tummy. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So there you go. Should have called her Valentine. They missed that one, didn't they? Meanwhile, we've got another dating coach. This is Jacob Lucas. Would you take advice from this man? Would you? I wouldn't. But he's got five things your boyfriend should be doing as a bare minimum if he wants to keep you. And he's a professional dating coach on TikTok, where he has 730,000 followers. And this video that he made has had 3.3 million views. And it should be responsive on the phone. Well, I'll answer it. Take the partner out, date at least once a week. Take him down to Mackie D's. Be your biggest cheerleader. Though, if he's got to have good legs, if he's going to pull out those short skirts, isn't he, really? Communicate your schedule, because she wants to know exactly where you are and who you're with. That's the crazy ones. Remember the crazy ones? And always make you feel wanted. He can do that by saying, love, make me a sandwich, a cup of tea. And that way you know you're special. You're the special girlfriend. Remember that, ladies. Remember that. I'm in so much trouble. Meanwhile, Again, these stories are very. There's a theme here. This is a former military spy, and she used to go undercover to trap targets, and she's shared her top techniques for seducing men. Let's have a look at her. I wonder how she does it. I know she has a couple of good tips. Yeah, she's born in the USSR. That's the former Soviet Union, and was enlisted to become a spy, training in a KGB inspired program. And she uses her skills now to help women feel empowered and bag themselves partners. Again, this is just for the dads. I'm just doing this for the dads because the issues with the plane. Look at that. That's impressive. But what are her techniques, Darren? We need to know. We need to bag. Well, first of all, you come at him like that, and he'll just surrender. You call that a knife? I call that a knife. I'm just looking at the pictures. But anyway, get back to the tips. Is there a easy to break down list? No, there isn't. Oh God, I've got to read the copy. Oh God. 5 tips. First of all, if you want to seduce anyone, you have to start with yourself. Love yourself regularly. And men, develop a good, strong wrist for that. Men don't care about looks as much as they care about your personality, charisma and sexuality. Don't get plastic surgery unless you're doing it for yourself, or go on diets to lose weight for someone else. There you go. Don't waste your time on men who will never change. Study your target and make him jump through hoops. Test him. If he fails, don't expect him to change within a year. We're not dogs, you know. You're not dogs. Sit. Okay. For example, seduces in a circle. His family, friends and colleagues. That sounds a bit stalkerish to me. Choose your target as if you would choose interests and hobbies. If you like sports lovers, go to sports games. If you like spiritual men, hang around churches or graveyards. No, I'm joking. Go to a meditation centre. If you like businessmen, go to a conference. Wait a minute, isn't that what high-class escorts do? And having mutual interests unites people, and you can build a solid foundation. It means more targets to play within a smaller space. There you go. So hopefully, ladies, you've bagged the perfect man now. You don't have to be a spy. Meanwhile, we've got a new hat. This is Gucci's and Adidas £520 baseball cap. I would want it. I'd want it to have the internet on it, and people are mocking it because it's got two caps. Right? Like that. And of course, if you wore it to the side, it becomes a deer stalker. That's why people are mocking it. But it's basically 2 hats in one. I don't think it'll catch on. I don't think that's gonna. 520 quid. I saw you coming. Meanwhile, US economics professor Yusuke Narita, here he is, has come up with a novel way of dealing with an ageing population. Yeah, he told the New York Times, well, this is an assistant professor of economics at Yale, right? He said, and to deal with Japan's rapidly ageing population, there's only one way to deal with it. He said, in the end, isn't mass suicide and mass seppuku of the elderly necessary? It's the only solution. It's pretty clear. But he claims that his comments were taken out of context. Okay. I don't know about that. Meanwhile, we've got a neighbour from Hell Story. This is Olga Wolno. She's 48. And she's a Russian woman who her neighbours have nicknamed Al Capone because she's terrorised neighbours on the south coast. Yeah, this is... yeah. Well, that's her name. That can't be it. Her name's Olga Wolnoff, but she's also known as Alexandra Olga Capone. And she claims to have links to Russian royalty. Let's have a look at her. Yeah, you don't wanna mess with her. She looks dangerous, crazy dangerous. Yeah, she was given an ASBO in 2015, banning her for being drunk or having any alcohol in public, and then she was convicted in 2020 of groping a 15-year-old boy. And here she is, outside her bright pink seafront home. Well, at least you know where she lives, so you can avoid her. Yeah, she's hauled into court again for breaching the sex offenders register. Yeah, she's been back before Westminster Magistrates Court for failing to surrender and failing to comply with requirements of the sex offenders register. Malachi Pakenham, prosecuting, says she has 33 previous offences relating to breach orders. She's a serial non-cooperator. She's a sex offender and she should be treated exactly the same way as a man. There you go. Last November she was cleared of assault an off-duty police officer who confronted her for drinking other people's drinks at the Garrick Arms pub in London's West End. Yeah. So there you go. She's been bound to appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on the 4th of April. She must sleep at home address and report to local police station every day. Yeah, she has more than 30 previous convictions, but claims she's links to the last Russian royal family, as she shares her first two names with Russian Grand Duchess Olga Alexandrova, the sister of Tsar Nicholas II, who died in exile in 1960. Just because you share people's names don't mean you're related to them, does it? Eh? She also claims to have a liver condition so serious that she will die if she has another drink. I'm going to avoid that one. That one's bad news. Meanwhile, McDonald's are in trouble. What did McDonald's do? Well, this is a road in Truro. They were advertising their new McCrispy burger, but yeah, they're going to take it down because people are outraged. They've nicked my joke about condition being updated to crispy. McCrispy. That was a good one. Okay. Meanwhile, come on iPad, you can do it. Don't let me down. I'm not sure if we've covered this one before, but this is the story of Natasha Crown from Sweden, right? And she spent £100,000 on her bottom, and let's just take that in. Do anyone want to? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good look. I mean, you'd certainly know if she sat on your face, wouldn't you? Yeah. But from the side, it looks she might want to get her money back. Yeah. But the good news is, at least it takes your mind off her face. These people have terrible dysmorphia, don't they? But hey, at least we feel a little bit more normal. How long have we done? Oh, we've nearly done enough time. Meanwhile, we're going to America. This is Mars. Mars Wrigley. they've been fined $14,500 or £1,200 because at their Pennsylvania M&M's Mars factory there was an accident. Yeah, the US Occupational Safety and Health Administration fined them after 2 workers fell into a vat of chocolate. Yeah, they were doing maintenance work at the site in Elizabethtown when they fell into the partially filled chocolate tank. They were initially expected to eat their way out. That's a joke. But emergency responders were able to free the pair by cutting a hole in the bottom of the tank. And they were taken to hospital where their condition was updated to very, very sweet and tasty. Don't worry, they were okay. They were okay. But yeah, they fell into a vat of chocolate. And that's real Willy Wonka stuff, isn't it? Yeah, real Willy Wonka stuff. And we'll end on an animal story. Where are we going now? Where are we going? We're going to Massachusetts, and we've got to get this up here. Here's a video. If I can get this queued up. I don't know if you can see that. There's yep, that is an emu running wild through the streets of Massachusetts. It caused an hours-long police chase. They chased this emu for hours, and here he is on CCTV. Here you go. Yeah, Mallory the emu, right? He jumped over a 6-foot fence from his home in East Bridgewater, south of Boston, and went on the run. Yeah. The bird's owner, Lee Flaherty, told the news outlet that they can do 35 miles an hour. So she was flying along, not literally. And yeah, she went through the neighbourhoods through Brockton for more than 3 hours with the police in hot pursuit. And eventually she was brought back to her pen. And here we are. Here's her picture. There you go. And there's Mallory back in her pen, safe and sound with her partner Mickey. Mickey and Mallory. There you go. Emus. There you go. You got it all there today. You got everything. What more could you want? Let's see if there's anyone in the chat. Blimey, 13. That's nearly a party, isn't it? Thomas is in. Hi. Brenda's in. Happy birthday, Peter Gabriel. Yeah, it's my birthday next week, everyone. It was Steve Hackett's birthday yesterday, and it was Phil Collins' birthday at the end of January. There you go. Payne's got a pasty. Don't have any coffee. Greg's pasty. Payne says, as invasions go, this is a little subtle. Yeah, but they're just scoping us out. What if the aliens are really tiny? Yeah. And those balloons are just like that's its warships, and we're just shooting them out of the sky with a pop gun. Thomas says Labour will be just as bad when they get elected. We'll be tanked Friday. Exactly. Because if politics would have solved anything, we'd all be living on Easy Street by now. The last 70 years of politics has shown absolutely nothing. The last decent thing the politicos did for us was the NHS. And all they've done with that is use it as a political football to kick it down the road. That and unions, are just ways of beating us over the head, isn't it? Yeah. Thomas wants Hancock to fall down a hole, but he's in love. Joby says, good morning. Brendan says, did I watch the Brits? No, it was the first time I actively avoided it. And it's a shame because Wet Leg won, and I knew they would. I said they'd win. Runs in, he says, hi. Thomas has given me money, and that's why I like Thomas more than the rest of you. Thomas says, talking of politics, I just don't feel like people are listened to anymore. Of course we're not. Why would they? Because if the politicos did what we asked them to, well, things like the death penalty would be restored. The world would be a very different place. But they don't want that. They tell us what we want. You're gonna have this, and you're gonna like it. And if you disagree with us, we're gonna call you names, and that's what they do. Yeah. All right, Brendan. Convinces. I made the chat. Made one of the streams. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's not. It's not bad. It's good when you can do. Again, the problem is coffee time can be any time. Coffee time is a state of mind. It could be in the morning. It could be in the afternoon. It could be in the evening. It could be overnight. It could be the early hours of the morning. Coffee time, like I say, it's a way of doing things. Thomas says, I wish I had more money, I'd fund your channel. That's alright. Again, only do it if you can afford it. Again, I say that to everyone, only do it if you can afford it. The Roger Waters videos earned me a tidy sum this month, so, you know, I'm on easy street. I knew good old Roger'd pay out for me. Convinced says Bill Oddie is Sam Smith's new fashion designer, making him look a bit like a black pudding. Yeah, it is a bit, you know. Alex says take dating advice from a man who told his barber to do that. I'm good, exactly. Women have loads of plastic surgery have issues and make them look dreadful. They usually suffer with this terrible dysmorphia. They need help. They need advice and a cuddle and tell them everything's fine before they do terrible things to themselves. It's a great shame. I think, again, plastic surgery should only be reserved for those people who actually, you know, who need it. People who've been in accidents or have, you know, had cancers and whatnot. And I think people that do that kind of thing to themselves are vain, and in the end, it very rarely looks any good, does it? You know, because they all end up like. I mean, look at me. If you live a healthy lifestyle, right? You know, cut out drink and sugar, drugs, sex, all the good stuff, even the rock and roll. You too could end up looking like me. What more could you want? Oh, wait a minute, I'm an advert for plastic surgery, aren't I? Blunt says, choose your target. She's going to be mugging me, exactly. Well, again, you've got to be careful. It was a knife. It was a big knife, wasn't it? Bondi says, at least there's an alien apocalypse. I can stop trying to save 70 grand for an electric car. You'd be better off with a Fred Flintstone car. That's what I should have did. Everyone should be like Fred Flintstone. He was the original, you know, eco-warrior, wasn't he? And Blunt says, my favourite pulp song, Kill the Aged. And Blunt says, I can't wait for coffee time after dark. Tom says, the Waters videos have been great, thank you. Well, again, you know, it's any time. And Convince says, caffeine time at midnight. Well, I don't know about that, I'll be asleep. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, there's not a lot I can do about it. There'll be another one along in a minute. I've just posted a very good video talking about Benoit David's time with Yes. He did a very good interview with Rolling Stone. Go and look for it. Go and watch what I say. It's very interesting. And then read the interview if you want. Or read the interview and don't watch me talking about it. I don't care. But I thought it was interesting. Thank you for watching. That was coffee time. Killing the channel, one video at a time. There's only one more thing to say, but I know you know what that is. And that is drink it up.